Hello everyone and welcome back to the Civ channel for a game of Ozymandias. I am here. I'm the Egyptians in the Sahara Desert. I am joined by the yellow player playing as Kush.
Kush!
Rithian.
That's me. Call me Kushthian because I'm all about that dank Kush.
Right,
Am I
next
right?
to Lewis. Good
Yeah,
luck.
buddy, 420.
Also next to Rithian, in the hills, to the right next to him, damn, is Rambler.
Oh,
Hello.
Hi.
Very close, yeah.
Nice to meet you. This is your first game, so we're going to teach you how to play.
Nice to meet me.
Daltos, yes, Daltos is down here.
First time ever meeting you.
Daltos is down here in the middle. Duncan is down here at the bottom left, the green boy.
Tick hit.
The Tishit.
Tick
Hello,
hit.
Duncan.
Hello.
And the Berbers are up there in the top left. Okay, so Alex, you've got 1 minute left on the turn time, so I will briefly explain what to do. So, click on the little food thing and expand, and then you'll get all these little flags. As you can see, some of the territory is cheaper than others because you will have in your science some starting text that make it cheaper to expand probably to those specific tiles. We'll get to science next term.
Okay.
Well, we can do it now. 37 seconds left. You haven't got long. But basically, you want to expand your empire out by using food. And you want to buy more tiles to get more food, to get more empire, to get more big. Okay?
Sure.
Those river tiles are particularly juicy. So if you want to expand to those, I do recommend those. Because those ones, river tiles, start by
Good
giving you
food.
2 food per
Yeah,
turn.
but they don't give you any science or money, though.
They don't give you any science or
If
money.
you highlight over your blue flag on the left, you can see what your nation's good at, and you kind of want to build around that in your
I
science
suggest that
tab.
you don't need to know that in your first turn.
No.
I think that's a good thing to know. I was just saying the other day how I'm a far better educator than you, because I was trained to educate people.
Okay, do you know what? You should teach Alex then.
All right,
And I'll
Alex.
just focus on playing this game.
Oh, no.
What?
Okay. I'm happy for any advice, honestly.
I don't know.
but-
You kind of feel like a burden now, like I don't want to teach you.
Oh.
Wow. Instantly giving up on teaching Alex.
It's like, I quit teaching too. Why do you think I'm a fucking streamer?
Within seconds. I hired you to the position of teacher.
It's such a burden.
And you're instantly like, do you know what? You're
Nah.
trying too hard. You want me too bad.
Yeah.
I'm out.
God, I hate when students need from you.
Fucking hell.
And then is there a research where I start clicking on things for research?
So on the research at the top, there's a little Erlenmeyer flask.
Yeah.
And that will let you spec into specific things so that the flag texts make it cheaper to expand to that region, that type of region. And then all the other texts in the middle give you more from that region. So the regions are island, river, grassland, plains, hills, forest, desert, and sea. And it says how many you start with. So I've started with 4 plains and 2 desert. And my plains already give me a science and already give me a food. So I kind of want to have more plains if I can. But there's no real plains near me unless I want to invade Rithian, which I don't. We're going to be chill, Rithian, I hope.
3 of us are so close to each other up here.
Yeah.
And then Red's all alone.
I'm flanked by both of you. I'm not happy.
Oh.
So you might think you want to expand south into the grassland, Alex, which makes sense.
Yeah.
So you might want to get a cheaper flag tech for grass, or you might want to go down that river, which I would recommend as well, because that river's really juicy. And then you could upgrade the techs on your river to get them to give you more stuff.
Flags are also cheaper if they are near a city or if they're adjacent to another place that you own.
Ooh,
I love juicy.
This is also true. Yes.
juicy fruit.
I wish I was the AI. He's up in the top left.
That's so
no one
nice.
bothering him. Yeah.
Well, they're stuck with all that desert there, nothing else really. They got to get into the
I'd
sea.
take that to not have to worry about Lewis and Rambler.
Well, so
both.
desert is arguably almost the worst tile in the game.
Yeah.
It's not very good, but it is upgradable, and you can get up to 1 food from it if you spend 180. If I spend 187 science, yikes!
Hikers.
And it does give me a money. We'll get to money in a second. So by default, all of your money is turned into food, Alex. But if
Okay.
you click on the money tab, you can change. Now, obviously, in the early game, you want as much food as possible because you want to get as many tiles as possible, because that will give you as much economy as possible. As soon as you've grabbed up all the available tiles in the game to you, then you start building armies and wrestling with other players. You can build an army now, but it is kind of impossible because a base army costs 40. So you'd have to sort of not have food. You choose to have to put your food on 0 for 2 turns.
Oh, no.
And then you wouldn't expand. And then, do you know what I mean? So no one's really going to... You don't really need to build an army until someone else has built an army as well.
Okay.
So I suggest you just keep grabbing up all of that really juicy river and fertile and tiles to the south of you. Get as many as you can, and then upgrade the grass and river techs as much as you can, because that will put you in like such a juicy position.
Okay. Grass and river. Sure.
Juicy.
You are also bureaucratic, so if you click on
If you
your
ever
name...
choose juicy fruit, it'd be like that experience in your mouth, but on the keyboard.
Yes.
Do you know Sahara means desert? So this is the desert.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of places like that means what they mean. Like the River Seine, I think, is the river, and so
It's like chai tea means TT.
Chai tea.
Naan bread means bread.
Yeah.
Do you know the word jungle came from Hindu or came from Bangladesh? That was like something the English picked up when they were doing the Raj.
Really?
Jungle just means forest.
Really?
Neat things.
Oh, I could get... if I build a city on desert, I could get a yield tech. So every time your turn ends, you get one of these cards, Alex, which you've noticed. You have to pick one of them.
Yeah.
Some of them are really good. Like, you just get a free flag on a mountain. Fantastic, right? Others are like you have to do a quest.
Oh,
So
okay.
I have to research 10 flag techs to get, which are the far left techs. And that will give me 10 of each resource, which is kind of terrible. I don't know why I picked it, but I did. I guess there was nothing else. But now I've got a quest which is build a city on a desert, and it gives me a desert yield tech. Now I think that means I can pick one. And if I can pick the food one, that would be fucking amazing. That would like set me up for grabbing the whole Sahara. But building a city is expensive. It's a minimum of 28 for
That's
me.
fucked up.
I quit
So I'm going to have to wait.
That's so expensive.
You quit the game.
I quit the game by accident. Yeah, sorry.
You could just rejoin. It's a turn-based game. So
How do
there's
you even do that?
This is the result of your education.
Alex is so new at the game, he just accidentally quit the game. That is a real fucking noob error to manage to fucking close the game, Alex. I don't know how you've done that.
Do I really want to build new cities this early? It doesn't
Eventually,
really...
they use food though. You don't want to build this too early.
Gotcha.
Try to claim as much land as you can until you're like, okay, this ain't feasible anymore.
I'm saving for a city. I've got a deep strat. This might be so bad.
Yeah, it might work. Honestly, I can see it working. As long as everything doesn't take all the desert first.
Oh,
I mean,
well,
I am expanding into the desert, so I don't know how much of it I'm going to take necessarily, but I do want it.
so do you start with some desert techs?
Yeah, but not a ton. Most of mine was river, but yeah. The thing is, I'm expansionist, so I have very low flag expansion, so.
So flags cost less and cost less. Right. Well, as long as you give me a route to go into the desert from...
Yeah, I mean, obviously you can go west, so like, I'm not going to be building
But
up
if you
there.
cut me off, I might just lose.
Yeah, well, I mean,
That's all right.
Well, you can go to the sea, and there's islands in the sea as well, which are quite good tiles.
Under the sea.
It's so annoying. I'm wasting 5 food a turn. Ooh. I'm going to have to just get some more tiles, I think. But
I reckon
what is-
if I was Egypt, I'd probably go into the mountains and the sea and the islands.
Well, mountains don't give any food, and neither do
They can.
seas.
They can do if you upgrade them.
They can, but they're 62. I'm never going to get that much.
But also remember that money equals everything.
Right, so I need money. So, I see. So the hills does give me money.
Money gives you food or science or whatever you set it to.
I think, all right, I'll go 1 into the sea.
And mountains have 3 tiers of money as well, which means that they're good.
Okay, I expanded into the sea. It was reckless, and I regret it. I abandoned my quest to do flags, which is a real shame, because I really lent into that, and then I abandoned it.
Yeah.
But I'm going to do this desert. I want this free desert upgrade. But I'm going to get the islands first, I think. I don't know why. There's like fuck all islands on this map.
Yeah,
They're not even very good.
they're pretty good.
There's a bunch by me and Duncan, like these little
What islands
crappy
is that?
ones.
Is that Cyprus? Cyprus and Crete?
Yeah.
And Rhodes?
Correct.
Oh, man.
Do you know Cleopatra was going to make the Suez Canal? She had plans to dig through to the Red Sea over there. She wanted to unite her. Yeah.
Really?
She's a smart lady.
I thought that was Sue's canal.
Suez.
Swear.
Peggy Sue from South
Oh, yeah.
Georgia.
Suez Canal.
Suez.
It's my canal.
Any Suez? Oh wow, Alex is doing great expanding. And honestly, like
Duncan's
Duncan,
getting
you are
big.
expanding a lot.
I'm scared of him.
Spread.
Man, cities are expensive.
I know.
I really want one, but
Yeah.
I looked at my money and it was like, cause I'm wasting 5 food a turn if I don't fucking use it. It's like so inefficient not to use your food.
Because I'm expansionist, my reduce waste stuff costs 30% more, and it's really starting to hurt.
Yeah.
I'm gonna grab these islands. I'm gonna take all these 4 islands and I'm gonna upgrade the island a bit.
4
It's
eyes.
cheap. It's cheap to upgrade the islands.
I'm finally getting paid off for my rivers. Invested in science and money, getting
Oh, did
7 of
you?
each a turn,
I
yeah.
haven't done that yet.
The Egyptian Empire expands north.
Into the sea.
Man, it's weird that the Egyptian Empire never. Maybe this is an historical thing. Did they ever take these islands, like Cyprus and?
I believe so,
Absolutely.
didn't they?
Yeah. Absolutely. They were a big power for a little bit, especially if you're talking about the Ptolemaic dynasty. And then you also have to remember that Egypt is 3,000 years old, like, by
Right.
the time the Romans came around, so they were all over that
They've
place.
been around for a while. They've been through all that stuff. We grabbed those a while ago. They sucked. We let them go.
I believe the last true pharaoh was Nabokar II, I want to say his name was, and that was like in pretty much like
Lol knob.
340 BC or
Lol
something.
nub. Lol nub car.
Nabokar.
that-
Would you say if you were to
They
be
had
king,
a nub playing for them, and that's why they got fucked up.
if you were to be king,
Go on.
would you want to be something the second, the third, the eighth, or would you rather be first of his name? You know,
Definitely not first, because that's like you
That
have to do
feels like it
everything
means
first.
more. Because everyone else is then named after you later on.
Which
If you're
Henry
like
do you remember?
George the Ninth, yeah, whatever. But if you were King Bob the First, I mean, that says something.
Well, you just gave 2 really bad examples, because George III is what everyone remembers, and Henry VIII is what everyone remembers.
Fair. But like, you know, still, they were like the ninth or whatever, so.
I think it's about brandability, right? I think a lot of the time when you come to the throne, it's scary, right? Because almost all kings are in. Like, being a prime minister or a president or a king has always been like the most dangerous job on the planet,
Yes,
right?
being
The
a
amount of people who
president's
want
the-
to kill you and take over.
Yeah.
It's very high chance of you dying, and so if you want to try and always have as much support as you can. And if like the old king, you know, Louis the First, he was fucking good.
That guy ruled.
And so, or even like, imagine his name was Dausos the First. I would take the name Dausos the Second.
Dausos the
just
Stinky.
to like beat like
So you
suck
could
off
easily,
his-
like,
Yeah,
well, at
just
least
to,
it's
like-
better than the old Altos, you know?
No, not that. No, it's almost like everyone loved the old.
It
Dausos.
legitimizes you.
Oh,
Do you
I
know what I mean?
see.
And so I can like make use of his reputation for myself.
Yep.
All right.
Because
okay.
monarch has to choose their regnal name. And it's the same with the Pope. Like the Pope chooses a name, right?
Absolutely.
They don't. They're not. It's not their name.
So, like, everyone...
It's not their name.
That's not their name. Everyone was aware the Medici's were all up to shit with their Pope thing, right? So they would literally claim old Pope names just to make people calm down a little bit. It's just, gotta play the game.
Oh, this is John.
Yeah.
Oh, this is Pius, the 25th. Don't worry about it, mate.
Yeah.
All right, let's do this then. So, upgrading my islands, upgrading, and now I'm going to go into the desert.
No.
You're upgrading tiles.
Yeah.
So I've got my 4 islands, which are now
Yeah.
pretty good. They give me 2 science, a money, and a food each. I think you just need to make sure you're spending your science, Alex. Probably for you on some forest flags next. Get some forest flags and take all that forest, because otherwise Datos will get it all.
You're going to be fighting... Yeah, because Dallas is going to go to the east as much as possible now.
Yeah, I like that
So you're going
farce.
to get there first.
Those are my farce.
Oh no, Datos is going into the north.
No, I'm
No,
white.
he's gonna be. He went north first because of the river, but now he's gonna be going east from the forest.
Yeah. Those are my farce.
Place 10 flags in one turn. How the fuck am I going to be able to do that?
Yeah, I got that one too, and I'm like, no, thank you.
Later, when there's like a lot of desert, you'll be able to blast some.
The alternative is all sea yield text. That's like 1,000 science. I'm never going to get that either. Oh well.
Lie.
That's an abandoned quest. I'm going to build my city in the desert,
Oh, I'm getting so much yield.
and I'm going to get them the food per desert. Wow. Okay, that now gives me 5 food. Big Yes, big plays, Lewis.
Huge.
Big Lewis plays. Big plays coming out of the Egyptians here.
Oh, yeah.
Lewis smashing it out of the park with an early desert food build. Let's just watch the Egyptians rocket out into the desert, and that Lewis is good to win this game. Meanwhile, Dautos in the south, naively leaving the untouched forest to Alex the Rambler, who has not built any additional cities. If you build a city, Alex,
Yes.
it makes everything a lot cheaper around it to build more flags.
Shit.
Consider building cities. Also, cities do themselves generate some resources. So if you look at the bottom of the map,
but they also remove food.
Yeah.
they do cost 1 food, but they generate 2 science and a gold, so it's kind of worth it. But also, it saves you a lot of food in the long run because
you're cheaper flags, yeah.
Because you've got cheaper flags. And also, they do count as victory points, cities, towards the end of the game. So, I forgot to say how you win.
Yeah, by the way.
A bunch of different ways to win, yeah.
If you go to the left-hand side of the map, there is the crown. And if you click on the crown, you can not only see your quests there, which is helpful, but as you can see, these are there's a bunch of objectives to do. So one of them is like having a certain amount of space. One of them is having a certain amount of armies, 9 armies and fleets, 18 power technologies. So they're these sword technologies. So we'll get to battle in a bit.
Okay.
But yeah, otherwise the medium ones are city population, wealth, power. These are kind of standard things you can expect.
Okay.
Right.
Wealth and power.
More science.
War. Oh man, my war costs so much to buy. The guys suck at war. Less war.
I think I've got everything that's not desert or ocean now. It's kind of annoying.
Getting 60 science a turn.
Oh, Jesus.
Wow.
Cities are so expensive. I'm trying to balance expanding with also buying cities, and then I have one of these cards that's like, if you build a city that's 5 tiles away from the original, you'll get this cool thing, and I'm like, I could do that, and then 5 tiles is quite a lot actually. Oh no.
If you a little tip for expanding: if you buy every other tile in a line, then the next turn the ones in between will be cheaper.
Ooh.
That's true, I guess. Yeah.
So you buy around it.
Everything, how are you doing?
Okay, I guess.
Shall we have a line that was like?
Yeah, I mean that line that we currently
Imaginal
are.
line.
So we just stick with that line, that line. Okay, you just went 1 down. No,
but I was 1 down
that's
on
fine.
the other side.
Okay, that's fine. But you can't go any further down than that. So next time I'm allowed to go up. That's the rule.
Okay.
The rules are the rules, and the facts are the facts.
True.
You gotta play. You got what would it be? You gotta pay the tile tax.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah.
Should I go into the sea?
Man, the yield stuff for desert's too expensive. So expensive too, and it costs more for me because I'm expansionist. I wish I did pick Kush. I was drawn to the name.
The name was
That
so
was
good.
my downfall. Yeah.
Kush is hard.
A nice kush can send you nicely off to sleep.
So what is your thing? Your flags cost 1 less.
Flags
and
are
your flag
nice.
technologies cost 2 less.
Yeah. But all the yield stuff is 25% more expensive, and all the waste, reduced percentage waste, is 30% more expensive.
Ew.
So it feels like a lot.
Whereas my thing is, flag technologies cost more. Food technologies cost more.
You're like the opposite of me, I guess.
And growing cities is cheaper, and new cities are cheaper. Oh, right. Wow. Okay, well, I didn't realize that. Maybe I should build more cities? They don't give that fucking much.
They give a lot because there'll be. Well, at the end of the game, you'll have more city tiles than any other tile, right? You'll have 70, something like that, and then that means a lot.
Sure, okay, I'll build a city. You convinced me.
But there's no you kind of want to focus on food earlier on, I guess. Cities are good. I don't know. It doesn't really matter as long as you're gaining tiles. You're doing fine.
All right, I'm getting this plains. There's 1 plains in northern Africa. Where is this plains, Dautos?
Are you talking about that little thing, that little horn right above? That's Libya. That's what city is that right there? Benghazi, I think, is over there. Remember Benghazi?
Benghazi.
Benghazi was a big deal with Hillary Clinton.
Oh yeah, that thing, all the politics people shout about.
Yeah. I never remember what happened there. I just know the city's there. Can you stop fighting me, Duncan? I need these rivers.
I've got my troops are out.
Ugh.
Oh, you got troops out. Oh, look, so okay, Alex.
He's got troops out. I didn't even fucking see it, so now I don't have money.
Oh, it's battle time.
I'll explain to you how this works, Alex. So, if you want to get an army, which you might start wanting soon,
Yeah.
you have to put your food to 0, pretty much, and get enough money to buy an army. So you need 40 to buy the first one, and then you can move it to your border. The way armies work is they have a base power. And if you look at Duncan's, if you press the power button, which is the bottom one, which is the little sword, if you look at over the left, you can see Duncan's will have 2 power, which is, I think, almost the baseline power.
Yeah.
And if you put science into any of the power text on the far right of the tree, that will add power in that territory, that type of territory. So if you're fighting in the desert, you might want to upgrade your power in the desert. If you're fighting in the grassland, which you probably want to defend, or the forest, which you might want to defend, you need to upgrade your power in those. And so you might want to. It depends whether you want to be aggressive or defensive.
Okay.
You don't need to do super loads right now. I guess you could still take those tiles to the right of you. It's not like there's.
We've got a bunch of mountains you can take there. That's still nice.
Benghazi.
I kind of ran out of nice tiles, so I had to go for the army.
You know what's a great word is Fugazi. You ever hear of Fugazi?
What does that mean?
That's like fake. It's what like Italian Americans would call. This necklace ain't real. It's Fugaz.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Yes, I'll take that.
These are terrible fucking
Quests?
terrible quests.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can afford multiple armies.
Can?
I'm very rich, Duncan. You picked the bad fight here.
How are you so rich?
I have forest tech, so everything down here in my bottom right is my true cities. So this game is the king of tricking you to go down the wrong path, and it's like, you're great on rivers. Rivers are amazing. You'll love them. And I look to the bottom right, there's like 18 forests, which are way better.
Yeah.
Yeah, forests are really good. Want to do them wherever you can. Right, what do I want here? I guess I want this one. It's nice and cheap. I want this one. And then I want... I'll get a mountain, because I haven't got a mountain yet. You can't get the text at all until you get one of the tile.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I'll get the mountain, then I can go into all these other mountains as well later. My sea tiles still give nothing. So some of the tiles like really need upgrading, but they're expensive.
Yeah, my sea tiles are shit, which is why I haven't bothered getting them yet.
And the other thing about this game is if you go into the money tab, you can spend money to stop waste, and it's not actually all that expensive.
Right.
It does save you money in the long run. So, for example, like currently, you can see how much is being wasted every turn if you don't use up your resources. It's by default, there's different percentages on the different types. So, like your power will degrade 80% every turn of what you put into it. So you can put power into money into power directly. So power is the end game thing that you really need to look out for because
Power? Okay.
it's good. Do I build another desert city? No.
100 for a third army? Jesus.
I need this tech, so I need 100 science. So I can actually plan how much I'm going to have next turn if I want to spend more money in it. So I'm going to put 30% of my spending in science to give me 100 science next turn, so then I can get a tech next turn.
Oh, okay.
You see?
Right, you're really min-maxing then.
Well, I'm playing the game, Duncan. I'm teaching you how to play the game.
Well, as soon as I get armies out, I just 100% on fucking swords the whole game.
How do you get armies out again? You said you need at least $40?
Yeah, so if you've got $40, you can click on the dollars, and then at the bottom it says $40 for...
Oh, an army.
Armies, yeah.
My one disadvantage I have in this game is I don't know how armies work and I refuse to learn. You could explain it, it's not going to take.
Okay.
Let me see.
Won't bother then.
I mean, basically, when you're at war,
Hey.
you need to put power...
I appreciate he's trying.
I don't really even know, actually.